Hello viewers, welcome to the channel The Geography Tricks. Today the topic of discussion is for class 10 students and the topic is major soil types of India and their distribution. Dear all, there are 6 types of soils found in India. In this video, I will say their major characteristics and region where they are found. So, before I start the discussion, for our remembering, let us divide them into 3 categories. The soil types of India, we will divide them into 3 categories, and the 3 categories are very fertile, then infertile, and the third one is medium. So, here under the very fertile category, alluvial soil and black soil will come. Then the second category, that is infertile soil. Infertile means the fertility content of the soil is very less, although they can be made useful for agriculture by different type of other methods. So, that infertile category includes the arid or desert soil and the laterite soil. Then the third one, which is medium fertile. What is the meaning of it? It means not very fertile or not infertile too, and it includes 2 types, that is the red and yellow type, and the next one is forest and mountainous type. So, let us start. The first soil we have in the list is forest and mountainous soil. So, let us start from the top of India. So, if we go with the top of India, that is from Jammu Kashmir, the very first soil we have in the list is forest and mountainous soil. So, for forest and mountainous soil, I will choose a color that is brown. Dear viewers, we cannot choose any random color. We have to be very specific towards choosing the colors. So, here I have taken the brown color and we will go with the forest and mountainous soil. These are found in the forest and mountainous region of India. So, where the forest and mountainous region is found in India? Yes, it is the Himalayan region. So, I am now shading the Himalayan region, and this Himalayan region includes which particular places you can see. This is Jammu and Kashmir I have shaded, then this is the Himachal Pradesh, then the Uttarakhand part, then I am not shading the Nepal. This is Nepal which is there in between, so I am not shading that. Now I am shading the Sikkim, then Bhutan is there, which usually the students do a mistake, they also shade Nepal and Bhutan. I understand in Nepal and Bhutan Himalaya is there, but they are not a part of India, they are different countries. So only shade these areas. Then some parts of Arunachal Pradesh. Why not all part of Arunachal Pradesh? Because here the plain area is also found. So, these parts of Arunachal Pradesh are coming under the forest and mountainous soil. So, these soils are usually in these soils, these are found in the areas of sufficient rainfall, and they experience denudation, and they are also acidic with low humus content. That is why they are not very fertile, but they are not infertile too. So, the next one we have below, before that let us tell some more things. Below the mountainous soil, the next soil that we have is the most widespread soil of India. That is, can you guess? That is the alluvial soil. Yes, it is found in the plain region of the country. So, now you guess where we have the plain areas? We have the plain areas in 2 parts, that is the northern plains and the coastal plains. So, let us say, so here I have chosen the green color. Why I have chosen the green color? Because alluvial soil are the places which are very good and best for the growth of agriculture. That is why they are a symbol of greenery. So, you can see I have shaded Punjab, Haryana, even Rajasthan. Parts of Rajasthan will also be shaded. You will wonder why. Yes, Rajasthan is not completely a desert. Parts of Rajasthan are also having plain. If you remember the northern plain region, then you will find We have Rajasthan plain, then we have the UP plain, then we have the Bihar plain, and then we have the Assam plain. So here I am shading all those plain areas where I am including parts of Jharkhand, West Bengal, then some parts of purely UP, parts of Madhya Pradesh, then some parts of Rajasthan, some parts of Gujarat. Okay, so I am including some parts. These are, you see, these parts of Gujarat and yes, these parts of Gujarat are a part of the western coastal plain. Okay, so I told northern plains and western coastal plain will be included here. So some of the parts of the western coastal plain, northern plains and the eastern coastal plain I am including here. And with this you can see now I am shading the Assam and some parts of Arunachal Pradesh even. These are also some parts of plain area. Usually they are called as the Brahmaputra plain. If you remember in class 9th you people must have read about this. So this is the Brahmaputra plain. So now you can see most of the part is covered by this plain, this alluvial soil. Some parts of even here also some parts it is also including in the western coastal plain. Then with this we came to an end of the alluvial soil, but we should know a few characteristics of the alluvial soil. These are very fertile, you can see. So this alluvial soil is very fertile and they are made up of the interplay of three major Himalayan rivers. One is Ganga, the other one is Brahmaputra, the other one is, here it is the Indus. Okay, and it contains sand, silt and clay. According to the age of the soil that we find here, this green color that you see, the alluvial soil, they also have a age, means on the basis of their formation. The soil which was formed much in the early time, which is older, the older alluvial soil is called as the Bangar and the newer alluvium is called as the Khadar. And this particular soil, this alluvial soil is very good. It is very good for the growth of sugarcane, paddy, wheat, cereals and pulses. So this particular area where I have given the green color is very good for the growth of these four crops. So it is also helping in your agriculture chapter. You can find this sugarcane, paddy, wheat, cereals, that is the rice and pulses are well grown in this alluvial soil. Okay. So now the next soil as per the physical division, if you see. So dear friends, you see this brown color that I have given, this brown color is coming under the Himalayan area. So this is the northern Great Himalayas or the Great Himalayas in the north. After that the second category is the plain area, physical division. So now this part is which physical division? This part is the peninsular plateau. So as per the physical division, if we will go, this next zone is peninsular India. And yes, our next category of soil is found in this part. So what are the soil we find in this part? We find two type of soil in this part. This side we find the black soil and this side, this particular side we find the red and yellow soil. So let us go for the shading. So now I will choose black color because I am going to show you the black soil region. So the black soil is found in the western part of the peninsular plateau. You see, this is the western part of the peninsular plateau. So very easily we can shade this, the western part of peninsular plateau, which includes Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and then some parts of Karnataka. In the down you see some parts of Karnataka also it is there. Then some parts of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, little bit here also it has gone. You can check it in your book also. So with this you can see that these are also called as the regued soil. Okay, this soil is also called as the regued soil. And as they are best for the growth of cotton, this particular Gujarat and Maharashtra region is best for the growth of cotton. That is why this is also called as the black cotton soil. This particular soil is also called as the black cotton soil. We can say it I mean, yes, we can say it's typically found in the Deccan Trough. This area, if you see, we can say it is typically found in the Deccan Trough, which is made up of lava. This particular area, you see, this particular area, it is made up of lava flows. Lava flow means Gondwana land, if you remember, in that time, this particular area, it was formed because of the lava flow, which covers the plateau of Maharashtra. This is plateau of Maharashtra, and this is the plateau of Saurashtra. Saurashtra is present day Gujarat. Okay, and this particular soil is made up of extremely fine, okay, extremely fine, that is the clay material, kichad. In Hindi we call it kichad. So as this area is made up of clay material, that is why clay contains a lot of moisture. That is why they are well known for their capacity to hold moisture. Okay, so if a soil is holding more moisture, then that is definitely, that will be very good for the growth of agriculture. Okay, so with this your black soil part is over. Okay, so the next category of soil that we have in the list is the other part of peninsular plateau. This other part of peninsular plateau is having the red and yellow soil. For red and yellow soil, I will choose orange color. Yes, the orange color. It's not actually, the pure orange is not coming, as I have given little bit light brown to the forest and mountainous. So let me take some different color which is not even yellow, which is not even red. So that kind of color only I can take. No, this is not also. So let me take little yellowish color. A light color I have chosen. So now the other part of this peninsular plateau, it's having the red and yellow soil. Okay, this peninsular plateau is the storehouse of minerals. You find all the minerals in this area. This part of India is having a lot of minerals in it. Okay, so as the parent rock from which the soil is formed contains minerals, so definitely the soil will also contain minerals. Okay, so these soils, this particular red and yellow soil, it develops reddish color. This particular soil, it develops a reddish color due to what? Due to the diffusion of iron and crystalline and metamorphic rocks. Due to the diffusion of iron in the crystalline and metamorphic rocks, we find reddish colored soil here, and it looks yellow. Why it looks yellow? Red and yellow it's written, so it looks yellow when it occurs in a hydrated form. Hydrated means mixed with water. Okay, so it is found in Chhattisgarh. Here it is Odisha. Let me shade it properly, then only I can show you it found in which parts of India. In some parts here also, Meghalaya, yes. This parts also we find, which is a part, you can see this is the part of the Karbi Anglong Plateau and North Kachar Hills, which is the extension of peninsular plateau in the northeast. So here in the northeast also I have shaded some parts. So now it is found in the northeast part of India, then parts of Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Okay, understood? Yes. So now we can see some patches or some pockets. You can see some less parts of India is having white color now. So that those areas which are left out, they will come under the next two category of soil. Little bit here you can see this particular part. It is although I have put the colors, but this is the part we will go for the next category of soil. So we have the next two category, that is arid soil, and the next one is laterite soil. So let us go for the arid soil now. So for arid soil I will choose purely yellow color. So you see this is the arid soil region. No, yellow if I put it will not be good. So I need to choose little light yellow. Okay, let's go to the light yellow part. Yes, the light yellow part I have chosen. So now you see this arid soil, it is generally found in the northwest part of India. Pure Rajasthan is not a desert. Even in Rajasthan, in the Aravalli range side, Udaipur areas, if you go, you will find these are the most beautiful places of India. You should go sometime to Rajasthan. Pure Rajasthan is not a desert. Okay, so it is generally sandy in texture. This soil is generally sandy in texture and saline in nature. Okay, even in some areas, you will find in some areas of this yellow soil, in some parts of this arid soil region, you will find the saline content is so high that we can prepare common salt from here. How? We can obtain common salt by evaporating the water of this area. So you can imagine how much amount of salinity is more in this soil and this region. Okay, so now you see, due to the dry climate of this particular part, due to the dry climate, high temperature, it's a desert, it's a hot desert, so it's having very high temperature, evaporation rate is also very faster, that is why the soil is not fertile. And as the high temperature is there, this soil do not have any microorganism present in that. That is why the humus content is also very less, and that is why the soil lacks in humus and moisture. So now you might be thinking, does this place have any kind of agriculture or no agriculture is done in this area? Yes, I have an answer to your question. This area also do agriculture. How? Yes, after proper irrigation, this soil can be cultivable. We have a Kota barrage here. Okay, here we have the Kota barrage. We have Rana Pratap Sagar dam here. So these dams, the Kota barrage, these are helping for the agriculture in this area. Okay. So with this, we came to an end of all the 5 type of soil we have. So now the last one that we have in the list is the laterite soil. You can see some spaces are here in the south, some areas it is not, no colors is been given there. Okay, yes, these are the laterite soil regions. This laterite soil, for this let me choose a color purple. Okay, so this laterite soil, usually this is the part of laterite soil which I have given blue, which I had given black soil, as due to shading is not very easy for me now. So you can see these are the parts where we have the, some parts of Odisha also we have the laterite soil. Here also some patches we have laterite soil. So in some parts of, yes, here also we have some laterite soil. So this laterite soil is found as a result of, this is found as a result of intense leaching due to heavy rain. So from this heavy rain, you could easily guess that these areas where I have shaded, the laterite soil regions are found in the heavy rain regions. Heavy rain region, you see this Meghalaya region, heavy rain, of course Moishanram, Cherrapunji is there, heavy rain region. This part is the part of Western Ghat which faces to the Arabian Sea branch, and it also gets heavy rain. So these soils are prone to erosion due to their location. You see the place where they are located, due to their location only they are prone to erosion, and due to this heavy erosion, due to the heavy leaching only, this the topsoil is removed. When there will be heavy rainfall, the topsoil will be removed. As a result, humus content will be less in these areas. Okay. So their position on the landscape is the reason for which they are not very fertile. In fact, they are infertile. Okay. So now what about the agriculture? We cannot leave any place vacant. They are infertile, but can you make them fertile by putting some efforts? Yes, you can make them fertile. How? So after adopting some proper soil conservation techniques, like in the hilly and mountainous area we have terrace cultivation, then we have the contour barriers, contour ploughing, so that we can check the speed of water coming from the high top areas. So after adopting such soil conservation techniques, particularly in these hilly areas, okay, in these hilly areas, so we can go for some cultivation. So what are the areas? You see the parts of Karnataka, some parts of Kerala, some parts of Tamil Nadu, they are using this red laterite soil for the growth of tea and coffee. Even in some parts of Tamil Nadu, some parts of Andhra Pradesh, I haven't, yes, in some parts of Andhra Pradesh also they are growing what? They are growing the red laterite soil. In the red laterite soil they are growing the cashew nuts even. Okay. So now you can see the soil map of India, where from the top to bottom we have all the 6 type of soils. Some parts of soil is not shaded here properly, so let me shade them. Yes. Okay. So with this we came to an end of the soil map of India. You can see in the top we have the mountainous soil in the Himalayan regions, next in the northern plain region, and in the coastal plains, some parts of this coastal plain, western coastal plain, and here the eastern coastal plain and the northern plain regions, we have the alluvial soil. Next in the peninsular plateau to the Deccan Trap in the Maharashtra and Saurashtra plateau, we have the black soil. And in the eastern side of the peninsular plateau we have the red and yellow soil, which is red and yellow because of the content of iron in it. Then in the northwest part we have the desert soil, and in some patches of heavy rain region we have the laterite soil. So with this we came to an end of the discussion of major soil types and their distribution in India. And I hope the video is useful to you for remembering. If you like the video, please give your comment, which will be helpful for me, and do subscribe to my channel, The Geography Tricks, for more updates in geography. Thank you for watching.